Hey, what's up, guys? George here, and today I was in the Ferrari 458 Italia. This I don't even know. I think it's 2011, something like that. It's basically the same. They're basically all the same. I think it has like something like 560 horsepower and a little bit less than 400 foot-pounds of torque. So it's very good drift. Not good drift car. It's kind of controlled. The rear engine, the weight distribution is it's like 40, 60, something like that, because it is rear engine, so a lot of the weight is in the back. And I have to say, this car is very similar to the McLaren 12C in many ways, like how it handles. The overall performance of it is very similar to the 12C, which I really do like them as kind of uh, fun cars to drive around. They're not really like good, effective drift cars, but they're pretty fun if you're not messing up hilariously badly like me in this video. But so yeah, it was I did like it a lot. It has pretty good control. It's being rear engined, though you can't let the tires spin up as much because there is more weight over them. So it was harder to get uh, some of the right gears. Sometimes it does have very short gears. I did notice when I was driving it, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. In some drift cars, short gears are what you want, but on some cars you don't want them. But on this, it wasn't really a problem. It was kind of good. So I found third gear was good for the longer corners, and then sometimes pop in the second and stuff like that. And it was pretty good. But I found the short gears were very nice to have, especially because you could keep it the power down throughout the entire rev range. Like, you wouldn't be at like 4,000 RPMs and it would just die, but you could just pull right out, which was very nice on this car. Yes, it's very similar to the 12C. I don't know how much it weighs, not a clue, because I don't know. I imagine it weighs about 3,000 pounds, something like that. I have no clue. But I really did like it. If I was gonna build one of these things, I'd probably go for more power, because some of these corners, it just doesn't have enough power to kind of pull through. And it's kind of twitchy being a rear engine car. A lot of the rear engine cars are a little bit more twitchy, and you don't have as much control with them. I think me not being a very good tuner, I bet there are some tuners on the storefront that are very good for this car, and you have lots of control with it, and it's a very good drift car, because the manufacturers make cars. They don't make cars like, oh, I think this would be a good drift car, because usually they want cars that grip well, stuff like that, so it will be faster, because drifting is not necessarily the fastest way to go around the track. Yeah, so the being rear engine, sometimes it would catch when you weren't expecting it, and you would kind of just shoot off if you're not on the throttle enough, and you're kind of not completely sideways. It would do that, which is kind of annoying, but you can get used to it if you're paying attention, which I'm not, so yeah. But I really did like it. It's a lot of fun. It's very similar to the 12C. Like, if I think the 12C does have longer gears, which is, I think I do like the 12C better than this. It's one of my favorite cars in Forza, actually, just to drive around for fun. It's pretty fast. And it can grip when you want it to, and you can let the tail go out if you're in the mood for that as well. So I really do like it. And I think this car, it just doesn't, it looks pretty good, but it just, I don't know, it doesn't, I like how it looks, but it's missing something. It's not very exciting. Like, there aren't that many cars nowadays that are that exciting, that are like kind of ridiculous. This car is kind of mellow, doesn't have that much horsepower. Well, I guess 560 horsepower is kind of a lot, but compared to some other cars, it's not very exciting. But I really did like it. So if I were to build one, probably a little bit more power. By that, I mean maybe 300 more horsepower on maybe sport tires. And I think it could be an effective drift car. Maybe, of course, suspension and all that good stuff. But I did find maybe even less than that. But I think the weight reduction, if you threw that on, it would be very good for this car, because being rear engine, it's a little bit harder to get the tail out. So the weight reduction probably would really help a lot, being that it would let you get the tail out. If you did like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave comment suggestions for cars I should do in the future, other series I should do, and I will see you guys later.